Hey folks, Peter here. A little bit different video today for you. It is June 1st. Weather's starting to warm up outside, and that means we're going to be doing some outdoor activities. Lighting's kind of terrible right here, but we're just going to work with it. Outdoor activities, normally I spend outdoor time playing golf or mowing, doing stuff like that. But today, I've got a few boxes here we're going to get open, and we're going to put together a skateboard. So let's get to it. So we got the first box here. Get things going. I basically bought everything. Well, literally everything is brand new. I do have a skateboard from forever ago, back when I worked at a skate shop. It is an 8.6 with some OJ3s, indies. The thing is a giant boat. So we're building a whole new deck here today. So here is our first component, and this is it's very light packaging. Hopefully this microphone's picking me up. It's trucks. This is so light. So I actually went with some Tensor mag lights. These are the new all-terrain truck. I went with these because I wanted to go with a lighter build. Not that my legs couldn't handle a heavier board or anything. I just wanted something lighter, just to kind of contradict the giant boat that I have set up. So this is what we got first. These are the Tensor Maglite All-Terrain 5.25. I don't know if you guys can see that. This thing is light. It feels like it's plastic, but it's magnesium, so it's super, super, super light. Obviously we got two trucks here. I got things falling all over the place. One of the washers went flying off on me. I definitely need those. Alright, there we go. Two trucks. Tensor Maglite All-Terrain 5.25. Whatever you need to know off of that. You can guess what size board I got. Put it in the comment below and see if you're right here in like 2 minutes. Alright, so box number 2. I don't actually know what's packaged where. This is everything else that's not the trucks. So I just gotta find out where it is in here. First things first, here's the deck. Oh, and everything else. It's all right here. So this is a chocolate power blaster. I like it, it's orange. Get ready to hear me say orange a bunch in this video. Like I said, this is a chocolate power blaster. Ronnie Cruz, I believe that's the Pro. I don't actually know any of this stuff. I just got it because it's orange. And everything else here. Next up, we got some grip tape. Guess what? It's orange. Jessup orange grip tape right there. I forgot that I got Crux riser pads. Bronson bearings. Usually I ride, or used to. I haven't ridden a skateboard in years. Bones Reds, Bones Swiss. But we're trying the Bronson out. The G2s. These are also orange. I got some Bones hardcore bushings. These are the stiff ones, the 94A or 96A or whatever it is. But these are the hardest set that they make. Hopefully these work with the Tensor trucks. The Tensor bushings have like a little extra piece that locks them into the truck just to keep them centered, whatever that, you know, their reasoning for that. We got some pig bolts. They are copper, which is basically orange. So that's gonna look kind of slick, I think. And some Rictas. We're trying out some Ricta, what are these? The Speed Core or somethings? Speed rings, Ricta speed rings. And also these, I don't know if you guys can see that. There's graphics in the plastic on the writing surface, which I thought was kind of neat. It's a bit gimmicky, I suppose, but also kind of neat. CCS sticker. That's where I got this stuff from. Oh, a chocolate sticker too. Yeah, so we got a nice little chocolate sticker floating around in there. You need to see that. Power blaster. And this is an 8. I told you guys I would tell you the size. It is an 8. Now I know that the industry standard is kind of getting larger, going up 8.25 even, you know, 8.3, 8.4. But I figured I'd just go with the classic 8. I know when I was working at the skate shop, 8 was kind of becoming the norm. 7.75 8s, even the 7.5s were still kind of around. I'm dating myself here, but yeah, that's what we used to skate. Yeah. So we're gonna get this put together. I was actually riding around the other day on my giant boat board, and I was coming back up onto the driveway, and there was a gap between the curb and the road. There was like a little dip, and I kept going and the skateboard didn't, so I took a little tumble the other day. I'm fine. Everything's, you know, couple little scrapes and stuff. Didn't scratch my watch, so we are all set there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get, let's do the grip tape. I might adjust the camera a little bit and then just do this literally just standing here. Got a brand new file. I bought some new razor blades, and this will be the first time gripping a board in forever. We'll see how I do. So here we got the board. Again, chocolate, 8-inch, super orange. Power blaster, love it. Chocolate sticker, maybe I'll put that on something. I'm one of those people where I don't like to put the stickers, I don't like to use them. I just kind of save them forever. There is the deck. Doesn't look warped or anything. Looks pretty decent there. I don't know if you guys can really see that. I don't know why I just slapped that, but I did. All right, so a few things that I do need here. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I had something that would fit through the screw holes there. So again, we got the grip tape Jessup in this bright, obnoxious orange. I'm just gonna uncurl this real quick. Okay, so this is my first time gripping a board in, I don't know, well over a decade probably. And we're just gonna kind of slap it on and see what happens here. Hopefully that is all in frame. Here, I'll back up a step so this can be on the edge of the table there. It's always that fun part right here. Again, I used to work at a skate shop, so I have some idea of what I'm doing here. Okay. I'm gonna slide this up real quick so I can actually give it a good press. This grip tape feels insane. Usually colored grip tape though, it doesn't last as long as, you know, just flat black grip, you know, like the Jessup Mob stuff. Something tells me it's gonna be all right though. I don't think I'm gonna notice too much. I almost went with non-abrasive grip. I kind of forgot about it. So there is that. I'm just working out these bubbles. Now what you can do is if you have your truck set up, you can use the truck to roll it out and stuff. But obviously my trucks aren't assembled yet, so I can't do that. Oh, what's the other trick people do? Here's the other trick people do, of course. You take the grip, the paper that comes off the grip tape. There we go. Looking good so far. I do like that this little logo kind of sticks through. I kind of dig that. Again, I wish I had the setup that we had at the skate shop. We had two little blocks, set the deck on it and go for it. I'm still seeing bubbles everywhere. Just a couple here and there, I should say. I am still seeing some bubbles, but we'll deal with those later. Cool. I don't know if you guys saw those sparks at all. There's a couple sparks that went flying off of this thing. And now comes the fun part. Again, I got brand new blades because obviously these are the best blades right here for cut and grip. Also always cut towards you. That's the other rule. Uh-oh. Here, I'll just rip that off. I'm trying to save these pieces. I'm going to use them for something here in a little bit. Also, pro tip, don't do all this with the blade in your hand. There we go. That is, you know, for not doing this in however many years, that's not bad. I think it's one of those things, once you know what you're doing, you kind of don't lose that muscle memory. Not that I'm an expert on this, but you want to use your thumb and push it into the board and angle it up. Always cut from the bottom and angle it up a little bit. And that's how you get a really nice line. So there's that step. So what you do, you take an extra piece of grip tape. There we go. One more step for the deck. Well, two actually. So if you have these little bubbles and you can't get rid of them, you just take your razor blade and just pop a little hole in it. Takes it right out, and then just push it down. Cool, and I got uniform color bolts, which is gonna be fine because I'll always know which end is the tail, blah, blah. Can't talk. Now, some of you may know I also do a lot of fingerboarding stuff, so I think some of that translates over to some of these techniques here. The bolts should fit through that. If not, we'll just pound them through. All right, give me just a second. That's the deck completed. Holes all poked there, gripped up, looking real snazzy. I dig that look a lot. And let's get these trucks, wheels, and bearings all together. All right, so I got the wheels here. Again, I went with the Ricta speed rings. They look super fancy, super high tech. What does that really mean? What does that translate to? I have no idea. As you can see, they got these graphics on the side of the wheel there. There's the outside, the front, and then the inside. 54 millimeter, 99A, so not the hardest wheel on the market, but not soft. I'm looking forward to them. So I think my best course of action here is to actually get the trucks on the deck first. I don't have a bearing press. Well, I do have the, we'll give this a try. This is another OG classic tool right here. This is a Fix Sticks. And there's a little bearing pusher right there. So we'll give that a shot first. And we'll see if I can't get these bearings pressed in. And again, for the bearings, I got the Bronson G2. I think that's it, just Bronson G2 bearing. I don't know. Again, they're orange. Kind of the theme of the deck here. If I get this plastic open, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'll get you a little close-up shot here in a second. A little Bronson Speed Company sticker. I like that name, Bronson Speed Company. Oh, sick, so these did come with the Speed Racer, whatever. You put those in between your bearings so that it just keeps the bearings in place and doesn't actually squeeze the bearings so they get out of the tracks or the channels or whatever. Orange, again. And these look like they go either which way. So that's kind of cool. Oh, I don't even need the tool. They just pop right in. Alright, so then you pop one of those in, take a bearing. And that is a wheel put together. I think these are going to be really nice. This is going to be a nice setup. I'm excited for it. Also, yeah, the inside of these wheels have like little cuts. There's like pieces missing, I guess, to help make the wheel lighter. I don't know if these are the lightest wheels on the market, but from what I remember, Ricta's always had kind of gimmicky sort of just ways to cut weight out of a wheel. Again, that's kind of what I was going for with this. So I think that's going to work. Also, is that just how bearings work now, that they just push in? Or did I just get really lucky? How did we do this growing up? Of course, I could give it a good squeeze, make sure that it's really in there and stuff, but I mean, I think it's in there. And obviously, once you start tightening it down onto the truck, with the washers and everything, that'll cinch it up as tight as it can go. So while I have this opportunity, I guess I'll go and point out, over on Twitch, I still do Twitch, obviously. Pete Plays the Games. I changed the username over there, if you guys are unaware. I'm going to be playing both Session and Skater XL all of the month of June. I haven't played them yet. I've had a copy of each for a while now, and I just haven't played it yet. So I figure, make a skateboard, and, well, because we're all skating, me and my buddies are all skating. But I figured it'd be a nice tie-in to build a skateboard, and, oh hey, I'm doing this on Twitch. So, if you guys have never heard of those games, they're kind of the more realistic simulator end of a skateboarding game. It's not just push a button and do a trick. You actually have to maneuver the joysticks on the controller around to control the feet, and that dictates what trick you do. So, could be pretty fun. So I'm gonna get these trucks on here next with the riser pads. Again, I got these Crux riser pads because originally I was gonna get Crux trucks, and I figured I'd just match them, and I guess I just never updated it when I bought the different trucks. So now we've got these real thick Crux riser pads. These are the 1/4 inch Crux, and they're shaped out because I believe the Crux base plate is shaped out a little bit like that. Oh well. So we've got the Pig hardware, and for some reason they stapled the sticker right through it. So let's get all these bolts in, we'll put the trucks on, and we'll go from there. Oh, like a glove. So I don't know if these bolts, if they're actually copper or if they're just plated copper. I guess I could read the little thing real quick. Yep, that didn't say anything. But I really do dig the look of the copper on there. I figured if I was going to make this board, I might as well go all out. I didn't countersink the holes with the grip tape at all, so hopefully once we kind of tighten these down, it all goes together. Also, we'll see if this hardware is even long enough to fit everything. It's not. All right. So a couple things to point out. One, that little weird transition there, that was because I actually had to switch the batteries in the camera. Two, Yanni Cruz, not Ronnie Cruz. So everyone that's about to start getting after me in the comments, Yanni Cruz. I didn't look at it closely. So here's our truck. Unfortunately, we can't use those riser pads. That is quite all right. They're actually the hard plastic ones too. Maybe if one of my buddies wants to use those or something. I was hoping for a softer one for a little bit of impact forgiveness, I guess. Not a huge deal though. All right, so even though I am making this skateboard, I don't think I'll be doing skate content on the channel, just because I'm not that good or anything like that. So I don't want to be messing around too much. Mainly I just want to ride around. This is kind of an exercise deal just to get outside and do an activity with some friends. But of course, fingerboarding, we're going to be doing a lot of that this summer. I actually have plans to make a fingerboard park. All right, let's try this again. My battery is run out and my card is filled up. Always make sure you've got that stuff prepped and lined up, ready to go. So I don't know what exactly didn't get covered or not. Skateboard making, skateboard content, not so much. More of a promotional, hey, I'm on Twitch playing skateboard games. So we're gonna get this truck on, and then I'm gonna do the same to the other side and get these wheels on, and we'll go from there. There we go. All right, so that is one truck on there. Looking real slick. Matches up perfectly with the edges of the board there. And super lightweight again, if I didn't already mention that 16 times. But yeah, I'm gonna get this other truck on, get the wheels, and then we'll see what happens. All right, so I've gotten both trucks on here. And I'm gonna be putting on the wheels and those little washers that are on there. I think we will do the graphics. We'll do the graphics in. Let that wheel just spin there for a bit. Everything should already be pre-lubed up, so I'm not worried about putting any speed grease or any sort of lubrication on there. It should all be fine right out the box. Also, I have not switched over the bushings yet from the stock tensors to the Bones hardcores. I'm gonna just try the stock ones out for a bit and see if it is too loose. I mean, I'm not a light guy by any means. Which another point is, I hope these trucks, they're hollow axle and kingpins. Hopefully they can stand up to a heavier guy, such as myself. And yeah, I mean, it's a little bit too tight there, of course. So that's how I've always done that, where you tighten the wheel up too much, and then you back it off a portion of a turn. Not quite a quarter turn, but maybe an eighth of a turn, roughly. Just make sure everything is in place where it should be and is all ready to go. I kind of miss doing this. There we go. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm really digging this setup, and I hope getting my own board will kind of help push me to do more. You know, I know how to ollie and stuff. I rode my buddy's board around a little bit. I know how to ollie. We'll see how the kickflip goes here. But you know, just kind of rolling around, and that's the main point again. Is this is just it's very good exercise. Not that I have any sort of scientific proof behind that. I just know from doing it that you try to do some ollies for half an hour or so, push around the neighborhood, you're gonna be feeling pretty warm. And that's the whole point. Get a good workout in, and have fun with it too. It's don't get me wrong, I don't mind lifting weights and stuff like that, but like, it's skateboarding. So there's the board complete. Looking really slick, really clean. Lines up perfectly. Everything's nice and flush, which I really like. I'm a big fan of that. I'm digging the wheel shape. It's got a bit of a dip in. It's a bit of a conical shape there. Still fairly a street design though. But you know, I do like that little shape there. So I'm gonna move this table over a little bit, reset up the camera, and we'll try a kickflip. All right, so nobody's allowed to make fun of me for this. Here we go, new board, just got it set up. There were a few more air bubbles in the grip tape, so I fixed that. Let's see. Okay, that is obscenely loose. Let me tighten these trucks down just a hair real quick. Okay, that is still really loose, but I'm gonna see if I can't do a kickflip here. Again, 200 plus pounds, 32-year-old dude that hasn't skated in forever. Let's see what we got. Almost had it. Almost had it. That wasn't bad. But yeah, look at these slick wheels here. As you can see, they've got this graphic going on the side there, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that is the skateboard right there. Orange grip tape power blaster. Oh yeah, you can see all sorts of bubbles on there still. Orange grip, orange deck, orange wheels, orange bearings. I was gonna paint the base plates, but whatever. I will be switching out the bushings, I believe, for the Bones Hardcores. I bought them for a reason. These are still super, super, super loose. I almost landed that kickflip. That would have been kind of cool, but that is the... Here, I'll just do this. So that is the board right there. Again, super light with those Maglite trucks. I don't know, I like it. 8-inch deck. Fun stuff. Go find me on Twitch, Pete Plays the Games. Watch me play Session and Skater XL all month. And that's really all I got. Leave a comment down below. Tell me about your skateboarding progression, what you're doing, what kind of board you've got, what setup you're rocking, whatever you want to do. like the video, subscribe, go find me on social media. That's all I got. You guys have a great rest of your day.